blood caking his neck and arms, bristles in a hyperlamarchian biomass, clenched yellow fists draped in fiery halos, imbued with the dying rage of 1,100 Chinamen lynched by their own cues, flayed alive, incinerated in Rock Springs and Hell's Canyon in Los Angeles, 1873. The cop screams. My brother stands up and chuckles, crimson symbiote pulsating across his chest like a forgotten god's tattoo scar, tissue shield carved with the shell of a tortoise that carries the universe on its back. In dreams, the lead works flat against cells dense as osmium, flapping in tenement concrete like zapped flies in a cloud of tobacco smoke and dusted copper as the block-wide demon empties the rest of his worthless clip, bewildered and howling violent numbers into radio transceiver, a hyena shattering fangs against dragon scale, a falling seraph, blind before his maker, clawing at the ashen stumps of pearly wings, undulating in forbidden tongues for backup. My brother turns to me and smiles before he ends him. In my dreams, I know not to reach for his embrace because that's when I wake up. I held him there on Roosevelt for 40 minutes before the ambulance arrived. His head cradled limply in my lap like the last photograph of Yuri and Malcolm. Just meters away, I could hear the cop joking with his partner that no one cares if you kill an illegal as long as you feel threatened enough. Reports will say later that my brother brandished a handgun, a switchblade, mystic, lethal martial arts, even though they found on it was 2 Newports and a book of matches. My brother, a spike-haired Roman refugee from a burning world who found no peace in the promised land. They cremated him at the hospital before anyone else could see the body and wanted $180 for the ashes. I refused to bathe afterwards for who knows how long. Rationality and good health, non-priorities. When that crusted blood was all I had left of him that year, it was the apocalypse that year. I ate half-chewed burgers from the garbage and stuffed in McDonald's ball pens that year. Child services tried to take away my sister that year. Mom would not leave the bed that year. Dad traded his stoic Islam for poison. A slurring red-faced gin rising from rice liquor bottles shattered against the kitchen wall. A sentient lobster, born alive in his own psyche, set to a waltz of CIA killers and US manufactured carbines in our motherlands. Trauma and loss have become genetic memory. We are clairvoyant in our paranoia of the decade my parents were born. 1 million people disappeared from Indonesia, reappearing in muddy rivers as decapitated corpses. 1 million summary executions reported as good news by Western media. Thousands of writers, artists, teachers, philosophers, feminists, atheists, radicals, and ruckus raisers. My own grandfather, the traveling physician, convicted of grand treason by a tribunal of machetes for treating suspected Maoists. 4 generations of time travelers, trapped in a neo-colonial predestination paradox. Our very own origin stories bleached and commodified, line the coffers of devils that hate us. You know what they do to saints and superheroes in this timeline. Prophets pay for resistance with their lives. Insanity, a bodhisattva is shot 41 times in the Bronx. The Messiah is strapped to a plastic slab in Sing Sing. Sodium thiopental pumped directly in the arteries. The abyssal laughter of an all-white jury echoing through pale, sterile hallways reeking of genocide. And so I write this song with a silence for my brother at bedtime, reading to me from The Hobbit. For Trayvon, who dreamed of soaring through space on little wings. For Ayana, who wrote her first love poem to Simba. For Fawn Lee Jen, after 36 chambers on a rundown boombox in the basement, hands thrown into the holy woo. No sign of blood to his palms. Stigmata blossoming across the St. Paul snow. For Oscar Grant's daughter, who plans to run for president. For Jesus Huerta, saving up for an Adventure Time tattoo. A starseed of brilliant, incredible souls, not just to be remembered or mourned, but avenged. So tell me again, Goliath, Leviathan, Pontius Pilate, Ray Kelly, DEA, tell me again that Christ nailed himself to that cross, and I promise you, Rome will burn.